Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Dr. Ryan Kime, emergency physician and holistic nutritionist, working on your gut health so you can live your life optimally. Today, I have a very special episode I want to talk about. I want to speak to some of the supplements that I might think would be useful for certain conditions. I'm not giving medical advice at all. I would need that to have a special patient to doctor relationship where I understand all the individual characteristics, goals, and problems with you. This is just general ideas, information related to conditions. If they apply to you, I would encourage you to then speak with your health professional on a more specific basis. But let's get started. Some of the supplements I talk with my clients and I seem to recommend or share with them on a regular basis. Let's go through about 10 of them today. If you're new, this channel is created and this live stream is after 20 years in emergency medicine where I focused on gut health when I realized that was the master key to healthy living. So much of emergency medicine is acute care, but medicine is very much disease care and is related to reaction to what has happened, reaction to the high blood pressure, reaction to the insulin resistance. But getting to the root cause and preventing it and focusing on a healthy life sometimes is a miss in allopathic care. And that's what I retrained, and that's my focus for beginners to get started on a whole foods, low inflammatory diet, adopt some holistic lifestyles to heal their gut and absolutely change their life. Let's look at some of these supplements. Today, I want to talk to you about some of the most common things, like which ones work, when should you take them, and how do they fit into a real daily lifestyle. Let me be clear though, supplements are not the solutions by themselves. They are supplement. They are to complement, to add to a great nutritional program. And we're very dynamic creatures and nothing is stable in our lives, and that is fine. Change is constant. We accept that. And so supplements will help us through different parts, but I don't see them as a routine daily part every day in and out. Uh, let's go through them one by one. How about L-glutamine? L-glutamine is actually an amino acid that helps with your gut cells so that there's fuel for them so they can repair themselves. When your intestinal lining is damaged or with inflammation, leaky gut, food sensitivities, L-glutamine is what's going to help restore that mucosal barrier in the gut. It's also particularly helpful for anyone with bloating, with sugar cravings, food intolerances, or a history of intense stress or illness. This is all kind of causal problems to disrupt your gut, and L-glutamine will help with that mucosal lining repair. I suggest taking it on an empty stomach first thing in the morning with water and your electrolytes. It's gentle, it works in the background, it's an amino acid, it supports the rebuilding of the gut lining over time. You won't feel instant changes, but you will feel more stable digestion, fewer flare-ups as it builds. Number two would be digestive enzymes. Next one, they aren't forever, but they're incredibly useful when your gut is healing. Just several forms, and so again, this is just a general discussion. These points would have to be discussed with your specific health professional and your needs. You can break down carbohydrates, the proteins, and fats based on the digestive enzymes. Sometimes the aging, the elderly, they produce less stomach acid, less bile salts. There are conditions when you have non-alcoholic fatty liver, less bile salts. Reasons like this, you may suggest sometimes adding fiber to your diet. If there's a massive load, doubling or tripling the fiber load, you want to add digestive enzymes as well. Your body, it's like I said, if your body isn't used to the amount of fiber, fat, or raw veggies, then these may be helpful, especially maybe after an extended hospitalization where you were exposed to antibiotics and need to recolonize some of your gut and regrow it. But taking these enzymes with meals, especially heavier meals or protein-rich dishes, is wise, and you might find your digestion feels smoother, it's more efficient, and more comfortable, rather than like stuck, bloating, feel like a brick in your stomach, or really distended. All right, the next one, number three, is going to be magnesium, and it has 6 different forms. I recommend 2 forms: magnesium citrate and magnesium glycinate. Magnesium is involved in hundreds and hundreds of processes in your body. When it comes to gut health, it really plays just 2 major roles. It supports motility, which means it keeps things moving through your digestive tract, and it also is especially helpful if you struggle with constipation. And second, the magnesium supports your nervous system. And because Gut healing happens in a parasympathetic state, like a relaxed, calm state. Magnesium is incredibly helpful for restoring balance and improving your resilience to stress. So, what we're trying to say here is magnesium supports your nervous system to calm down. Magnesium citrate is great for the constipation, and it's magnesium glycinate, which is better if you want to calm down and have other sleep promoting effects. I actually take both. I take citrate in the morning and glycinate before bed, and I think they do wonders. I am a coffee drinker. I'm trying to wean off of it. Coffee spills magnesium in addition to a number of other electrolytes in our kidneys. I know I'm magnesium deficient. When I have headache, when I have fatigue, I definitely check my hydration and my electrolytes. My electrolyte replacements do include magnesium in there. It's usually 1 to 200 milligram tablets, and then I think the magnesium servings are 60 milligrams in each serving for electrolytes. The number 4 supplement I might recommend, and we spoke with my clients, is zinc carnosine, something you may not have heard of. Zinc carnosine is one of the most underrated gut healing supplements, in my opinion. It combines 2 powerful compounds, zinc, a trace mineral which is anti-inflammatory and supports immune function, and carnosine, which helps heal and protect the gut lining. So you can see how this is really important for healing our gut. This is especially useful for people with gastritis, with gastroesophageal reflux disease, or with a long history of gut irritation. It helps calm inflammation, reduce permeability of the gut lining, and support long-term repair. Zinc carnosine, excellent. One of the most underrated gut healing supplements I know. But unlike regular zinc, which this forms and sticks to the gut mucosa longer and acts more as a restorative coating, it's best taken between meals or even before bedtime. And number 5, let's talk about probiotics as supplements, strain specific. Now, probiotics are a huge category and very misunderstood. And I don't like recommending them just off the shelf. They should be kind of focused for a reason and a time frame. And what matters really is the strain, not just the number of CFUs or colony forming units. Different strains do different things. And some help with constipation, some help with immunity, some help with anxiety, others with inflammation. I myself like to take Lactobacillus reuteri strain. I use it through yogurt I make. I think it's very robust and has a lot of health properties, antimicrobial, antihistamine. It helps convert hormones, promotes a healthy balance of your gut microbiome. But what I often tell clients is that if your gut is very reactive, or if you have a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO, start with food-based probiotics first. And then, if tolerated, you can explore some targeted supplements. These are really the best way I've found and most success is with the food-based probiotics like sauerkraut, kimchi, tiny amount of kefir. I think the supplements do work. There you go. And as always, rotate your probiotics every 2 months, every 1 to 2 months. You want the different strains. A diverse microbiome is a healthy microbiome. Number 6, butyrate, sodium butyrate or tributyrate. Butyrate is a short chain fatty acid. It's basically fuel for your colon cells. That's what you think about it. And when your gut bacteria digest fiber from real food, they make butyrate naturally. But it's not just starting out and getting enough fiber from your microbiome isn't diverse enough. You might not be making enough. So supplemental butyrate helps reduce the inflammation, protect that gut lining, and support immune tolerance. It's also shown promise in calming the overactive immune responses from food sensitivities and histamine tolerance. So this is incredibly important if you have food sensitivities, right? Food sensitivities is a little bit different than just the inflammation from eating. The sensitivities are going to trigger a part of your immune system which is allergenic, which involves the antibodies, and histamine, which is like a chemical, a mediator that's released that triggers this reaction you get. And so by taking extra butyrate, you're not only going to heal the gut lining, it's going to help mitigate and help undermine the creation and it's really like some of the mast cells, they're preset. So if they're triggered, then they just explode the mediators. So sometimes using butyrate will reduce this pre-trigger and reduce the amount of histamine release. So it can really help people with food sensitivities. It's not for everyone. matters. Usually these are clients who have long-term problems, who have already begun healing, and need calm healing, need help calming down reactively, and encouraging more gut lining repair. Number seven, berberine. Berberine is a plant compound used in functional medicine, often because it mimics, metformin. It helps control blood sugar and stabilize metabolism. I consider it as a natural antimicrobial because it helps quiet down the overgrowth of the harmful bacteria in your gut. And it doesn't wipe out everything else, which is fantastic. So antibiotics can eradicate certain aspects. This one's just going to calm down the bad bacteria and promote a healthy, balanced microbiome. Berberine can also be used in cases of dysbiosis or bacterial imbalance, just like SIBO, especially when bloating, sugar cravings, or brain fog are a constant issue. That said, it's not for long-term use, and only unless you've been being monitored. I typically use it for 4 to 6 weeks in specific cases where it's indicated alongside probiotics and some lifestyle modifications. Number eight, ox bile and bile salts. Wow, never did I think of this as a doctor with some of my gastrointestinal disease problems that I saw in the emergency room, but I would now. This one's especially for people that are healthy who've had gallbladder issues, sluggish digestion of fats, or poor signs of bile flow, like floating stool. Did you know that if your stool is floating in the toilet, you don't have enough bile salts to break down the fats? That may be a sign of poor bile flow. Also, nausea after fatty meals. That's again trouble digesting, distension, and/or constipation. Bile salts are essential for breaking down fats. They're also for killing off pathogens and supporting your detox pathways. Ox bile or bile salts can be used short term to support digestion, especially when transitioning to more whole food, higher fat diet, if it's significant. It helps reduce the gas, bloating, and that sluggish post meal discomfort because it's breaking it down. Tudco, Tudco, is another type of bile salt that can be used in a similar manner. They're best taken with meals containing healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, salmon, or sardines. Quercetin. Quercetin is a flavonoid found in foods like apples, onions, and berries. And quercetin in concentrated form acts as a powerful antioxidant and a mast cell stabilizer. So quercetin, because it can stabilize some of the mast cells, is going to stop that histamine release, or at least block some of it with some of the food sensitivities. I recommend this for people dealing with histamine issues, seasonal allergies, or unexplained skin or respiratory symptoms that flare up with food. Quercetin calms the inflammation, as I said, and supports the integrity of the gut lining. It's also combined with bromelain to enhance absorption. Bromelain is a digestive enzyme that can be found in uh, pineapple with papain in the papaya, and they both work the same way. Quercetin is best taken with meals, and again, not forever. Think of it as a helpful support during seasonal shifts or when the food inflammation, like the food causes inflammation that's really high. It's a transitional type anti-inflammatory, antihistamine supplement. Number 10, another probiotic strain. This one in particular is Saccharomyces boulardii. Boulardii, Saccharomyces boulardii. It's a unique one. It's not a traditional probiotic, believe it or not. It's actually a beneficial yeast. What makes it so powerful is it helps protect the gut lining, crowding out the harmful bacteria and supporting the immune system without staining the gut permanently. I mean, how good is that? It's great for people recovering from antibiotic use, food poisoning, or recent illnesses that is totally thrown their gut. I use it for short cycles, typically a few weeks at a time, especially if someone has diarrhea, loose stools, or travel-related issues. It is also helping in calming candida overgrowth and SIBO and rebalancing the gut with stress or a round of medications. I know that's a lot of information, but here's the key message. Take all of these at once. Start with the basics. See how your body responds and rotate as needed. Your body's always giving you feedback, and your job is to listen. Again, this isn't medical information. These are suggestions to highlight information that may be of use to you to initiate further discussion with your healthcare professional. Here's what I would approach the supplements in my coaching: that we build a foundation with your whole foods, your hydration, your mindset, and your nervous system support. We access where you are, where you're struggling most, and we layer in supplements for specific goals, always with the big picture in mind. And over time, as your health stabilizes, the goal for fewer support will come through. And you'll see you may need support after a detox or support after a travel or illness. But hopefully, your seasonal nutritional program will not need supplements. Let me know in the chat what supplements you've tried, and what's worked for you. Can you book? And if you want to work more closely together or more information, please check out my stand store with a free beginner's guide, or you can book a discovery call. We can talk about how my coaching programs may help you meet your goals. Thanks for following along. I hope this information is useful to you. Love to you all, and see you next time. Bye.